Take a moment, breathe, and let God's presence fill your heart. This is your time. This is Grace Now.
As the evening settles and the noise of the day slowly fades into silence, there is a sacred invitation waiting for you in the stillness. This is the moment when striving ceases, when expectations loosen their grip, and when your soul is gently reminded that it was never meant to carry everything alone. Night is not merely the end of a day. It is a doorway into rest, into reflection, and into the presence of God. Today may have brought moments of joy, glimpses of hope, and perhaps even unexpected beauty. But it may also have carried burdens, silent struggles, and emotions too complex to name. You may have smiled outwardly while feeling weary within. You may have done your best to hold everything together, even when parts of you felt like they were quietly falling apart. And yet, through every moment, both seen and unseen, God remained with you. He was there in the strength you didn't realize you had. He was there in the breath you took when things felt overwhelming. He was there in the pauses, in the perseverance, in the quiet decisions to keep going. His presence did not waver, even when your awareness of him did. His faithfulness did not depend on your perfection. His love did not diminish in your weakness. Now, as you prepare to rest, there is no need to pretend, no need to perform, no need to prove anything. You can simply come as you are tired, honest, and open. There is something deeply sacred about ending your day, not with distraction, but with remembrance. Not with worry, but with surrender. Peace is often misunderstood. Many search for it in control and certainty, in the absence of problems. But true peace is not found in the conditions around you. It is found in the presence within you. It is the quiet assurance that even when life feels uncertain, God remains unshaken. It is the confidence that you are held even when you cannot see the outcome. Tonight you are invited to release control and embrace trust. To lay down not just your body, but your thoughts, your fears, your questions. To rest not because everything is resolved, but because God is still sovereign. This kind of rest is not passive. It is an act of faith. It is a declaration that you believe God is who He says He is, even when you cannot see what He is doing. So as you enter this moment, let your heart begin to soften. Let the tension of the day begin to loosen. Let the noise fade, and let the quiet become sacred. You are not alone in this stillness. God is here, and He is inviting you to rest in Him. Gratitude is not merely a response to good things. It is a posture of the heart that transforms how we experience everything. It is easy to give thanks when life feels aligned, when prayers are answered in obvious ways, and when blessings are visible. But true spiritual depth is revealed when gratitude rises, even in the midst of uncertainty, discomfort, or pain. There is a profound difference between being thankful for circumstances and being thankful within them. You are not asked to celebrate what hurts you or to deny what is difficult. Instead, you are invited to recognize that even in the middle of it all, God's presence remains constant. His goodness does not disappear when life becomes complicated. Every moment of gratitude becomes an act of alignment with heaven. When you choose to say thank you, in the middle of a challenge, you are declaring that your trust in God is greater than your understanding of the situation. You are choosing faith over fear, perspective over panic. Think about your day. Were there moments where frustration could have taken over, but instead you paused? Were there small instances of grace that you almost overlooked? Gratitude helps you notice what would otherwise be missed. It shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is present, from what is broken to to what is still being sustained. Gratitude is not denial, it is recognition. It acknowledges reality, but it also declares that reality is not the final authority. God is. When you give thanks, you are not ignoring your struggles. You are placing them in the context of God's faithfulness. There is also a quiet strength that comes with gratitude. It disarms anxiety and silences the voice of discouragement. It reminds your heart that you are not abandoned, that you are not forgotten, and that even now, something sacred is unfolding within you. Tonight, let gratitude rise gently. It does not need to be loud or elaborate. Even a simple whisper of thank you carries weight in the presence of God. Thank Him for the breath in your lungs, for the strength that carried you through, for the unseen protection, for the moments of kindness, for the grace that met you even when you didn't ask for it. Gratitude is not about perfection. It is about awareness. And as you become aware of God's presence, peace begins to follow. There is a rhythm woven into the fabric of a faithful life, a rhythm of remembering. In the morning, we awaken to the promise of God's love. And at night, we reflect on the evidence of His faithfulness. This rhythm anchors us, reminding us that our lives are not random, but held within a greater story. As you look back on this day, you may not see dramatic miracles or life-changing breakthroughs. But faithfulness is often revealed in quieter ways. It is found in the fact that you made it through. It is seen in the strength you had when you thought you had none. It is present in the moments when you were sustained even without realizing it. There is power in declaring these things. Speaking out loud what God has done reinforces your awareness of His presence. It builds your faith and reshapes your perspective. When you say, God, you were with me today, you are not just stating a fact. You are strengthening a relationship. Nighttime is not meant for rehearsing regrets or replaying failures. It is meant for remembering redemption. It is a sacred opportunity to shift your focus from what went wrong to what was held together. Even in your imperfections, God was at work. Even in your struggles, He was present. Sometimes the most powerful declarations are the simplest ones. You carried me. You sustained me. You were faithful again. These words may seem small, but they carry deep truth. They remind your heart that you are not walking through life alone. Faith grows when it is nurtured by remembrance. The more you recall God's faithfulness, the more you trust Him with your future. And as trust grows, peace becomes more accessible. Tonight, let your heart reflect not with judgment, but with gratitude. Let your memories become reminders of God's nearness. Let your words become declarations of His goodness. And let your soul rest in the assurance that the same God who was with you today will be with you tomorrow. No matter how this day unfolded, there is a promise waiting for you beyond the night. It is the promise of new mercy, not recycled grace, not leftover strength, but fresh, abundant, undeserved mercy that meets you at the beginning of each new day. You may feel exhausted. You may feel like you didn't do enough, didn't say the right things, or didn't measure up to your own expectations. You may carry regret, disappointment, or even quiet shame, but none of these define you. They do not have the final word over your life. God's mercy is not dependent on your performance. It is rooted in His character, and His character does not change. His compassion does not run out. His love does not grow tired. Even when you feel depleted, His supply remains full. The beauty of night is that it creates space for release. You do not have to carry today into tomorrow. You are allowed to lay it down. The mistakes, the missed opportunities, the things you wish you could redo, all of it can be surrendered. And in that surrender, something sacred happens. Your heart becomes lighter. Your mind becomes quieter. Your soul becomes open to receive what God has already prepared for you. Tomorrow is not just another day. It is an opportunity to begin again. Not from a place of pressure, but from a place of grace. You are not starting over alone. You are stepping forward with a God who has already gone ahead of you. Let this truth reshape how you see rest. Sleep is not just physical recovery, it is spiritual preparation. It is the bridge between what was and what will be. And as you rest, God is already preparing the mercy you will need. So tonight, release the weight. Let go of what you cannot change. Trust that what lies ahead is held in hands far more capable than your own. And rest in the assurance that you are deeply cared for even in your weakness. Now in the quiet of this moment, let your heart turn fully toward God. Father, as the night deepens and the world grows still, I come before you just as I am. Not strong, not perfect, but honest and in need of your presence. You are my refuge, my safe place, and my constant in a world that never stops changing. You see everything within me. The thoughts I cannot quiet, the emotions I cannot fully express, the burdens I have carried silently. You see the moments when I felt unseen, when I tried to be strong for others while quietly breaking inside. And yet you did not turn away. You remained close. Tonight I lay everything before you. The worries I cannot solve, the fears I cannot control, the questions that remain unanswered. I release them into your hands, trusting that you are able to carry what I cannot. Replace my anxiety with your peace. Replace my restlessness with your stillness. Teach my heart to rest not in circumstances, but in you. You know how easily my mind replays the day, every conversation, every mistake, every doubt. But tonight I choose to let go. I choose to believe that I am not defined by what I did or did not do. I am defined by your love. Cover me with your peace. Guard my thoughts, calm my heart. Let your presence fill this space so completely that there is no room for fear. If I wake in the night, remind me that I am not alone. If tears fall, receive them. If my heart aches, comfort it. I trust you not because everything is resolved, but because you are still God. Thank you for carrying me through today. Thank you for the strength I didn't know I had. Thank you for the moments of grace, the unseen protection, and the quiet reminders that you are near. As I close my eyes, I rest in you. I rest in your love, your faithfulness, and your promise of new mercy. I trust you with tomorrow, and I surrender this moment completely into your care. Amen. Gratitude may not change what happened today, but it changes how your heart carries it. It transforms ordinary moments into sacred ones. It reminds you that even in the middle of imperfection, something beautiful is still unfolding. You are not alone in your weariness. You are not forgotten in your silence. You are not unseen in your struggle. Even now, as you prepare to sleep, you are held in a love that does not fade, does not weaken, and does not walk away. Let your final thoughts tonight be gentle. Let them be rooted in truth, not fear. Let them remind you that you are safe, that you are seen, and that you are deeply loved. If all you can whisper is thank you, that is enough. If your gratitude comes through tears, it is still precious. God hears every word, even the ones you cannot fully form. As you rest, let peace cover you like a blanket. Let hope anchor you. Let love surround you. And trust that when morning comes, mercy will be waiting. Before you drift into sleep, take a moment to hold on to one thing you are grateful for today. Let it settle in your heart. Let it remind you that even in the smallest ways, God was present. And if this message has spoken to you tonight, Don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who might need this same peace. Let it become a light in someone else's darkness. If you feel led, take a moment to subscribe to the GraceNow channel so you can continue receiving these moments of encouragement and prayer. And in the comments, write Amen as a declaration of your faith or share your story because your testimony may be exactly what someone else needs to hear. You are not alone. You are seen. You are loved, always.